Well, welcome to Unit 6. Has anybody else partied out from the 1920s? I know I am. The Unit 6 is all about the Great Depression. So what happens is the stock market crashes, which causes one-third of the businesses in the United States to go bankrupt. So what happens is when a business goes bankrupt, it causes all of its employees to become unemployed. If they're unemployed, they have no paychecks. If they have no paychecks, then they cannot purchase the things that they had previously purchased, which causes the companies that manufacture the things that they had previously purchased to start laying people off and maybe even close their doors. It's a cycle. And this is something that eludes people about economics. Economics is a web. And when you pick out a part of the web, the whole web collapses. And people don't really understand that. Think about it like this. If there's a town and there's a factory in the town that makes t-shirts, it's not just the workers that are working on the t-shirt line. The factory shuts down, right? It's not just those workers that are unemployed. It's all the restaurants that fed all the workers lunch. It's the grocery store because those workers are going to move away and the grocery store is going to go out of business. The pharmacy. See, manufacturing, the stock market, economic things are a web of interconnectivity. So, it's kind of difficult to understand, but not really. Think about it. When the stock market crashed, it took so many businesses down with it. People had so much debt as a result of borrowing money to invest in the stock market that they had like less than nothing. Like anything that they had to pay back to pay off the debt that they had. And we're talking about, today we freak out when unemployment gets to 10%. A 10% unemployment rate would get every politician in this country fired. Every elected official fired. We would have riots in the streets with a nationwide unemployment of 10 or 12%. Back at the Great Depression in 1930, we had unemployment rates of between 25 and 30%. Those are people actively looking for jobs. There just aren't any jobs. So when people talk about recession, this is what they're talking about. This unit is divided into 4 sections, okay? The first section is the causes. How did we get into Great Depression? The second unit that we're going to do is President Herbert Hoover is going to try to fix the problem. But here's the thing. When Hoover tries to fix the problem, his solution is to do nothing. Right? He feels like what the best thing to do is just let the economy correct itself. And, he may have been right. But the problem was the economy just dragged on and kept dragging more and more people down. People didn't understand the interconnectedness of the economy. And so when it came time to vote for a new president, the American public, they picked somebody who swore he would get in there and do something. And this is FDR. And FDR offers what is called, dun-da-da-da, the New Deal. Now, this New Deal is a big government power grab. The government, basically, he says, look, we tried to let the public run this program. We tried to let the public operate America, but they screwed it up. So the government is going to do it. So if you're a big government, you think the government should be involved in our lives and stuff, you're going to love FDR. And the truth is, the government probably should be involved in some places. Things like regulating the safety of meat, regulating drug companies and how much they can charge. Those are good areas. But FDR also starts getting into areas like what you can listen to on the radio. That's weird. Or how much money you can borrow, or what you can buy, or whether a bank has to insure your deposits, or you're taking your own risk putting the money in the bank. So FDR, the third section we're going to cover is FDR comes in and blows through the the Depression. He starts doing deficit spending to try to get the economy revved back up. A lot of people will tell you FDR saved America. They're not going to. There are people who say FDR is a criminal, and people who say FDR saved America. And he's actually going to be so popular that he's going to be reelected. He'll be the only American president elected to count them, 4 terms. So he couldn't have done everything wrong. Later on in his presidency, he's going to launch what he calls the Second New Deal, and these programs are going to find work and jobs for people, but that pesky Europe again. They're going to the fog of war, the smoke, the specter of war. That's what my teacher used to call it. The specter of war rises up in Europe again as a result of what everybody did at the end of World War One, the Treaty of Versailles. Now Germany rises again, and this time it's going to be a lot worse. This is Hitler. This is World War II, and that's going to be in Unit 7. By that point, nobody's worried much about the Great Depression anymore because we have a true evil to defeat. So I hope you enjoy Unit 6. It's not a very fun unit, but it's very informative, and you will learn a lot about America by giving this your utmost attention. So good luck on that, and I hope that you will do well.